Hej! Välkomna till Beyond the Buzzer, svensk baskets podcast som finns bland annat på Spotify. I dagens avsnitt så kommer jag, Jakob Kakembo Andersson, att intervjua Elliot Cadeau. Elliot är nybliven nationell mästare i NCAA-tournament i USA. Han blev också framröstad till den matchseriens viktigaste spelare. Elliot har ett otroligt år bakom sig och vi är väldigt glada att vi fick en stund med honom i Fryshuset och ställa frågor om föregående år och vilka förhoppningar han har framåt. Men inte nog med det. Ni kommer också få höra fantastiskt kloka frågor från basketungdomar som satt i publiken när Elliot intervjuades. Hoppas ni gillar lyssningen och fortsätt lyssna på Beyond the Buzzer.
Elliot, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So I'll say it even in the public space as well. Congratulations. How does it feel a month and a half after what must have been one of the greatest nights of your life?
Yeah, it feels great. Just seeing all the history that my team and I just created, and just seeing how much the school appreciated us for doing that. It was just great, and it's just a great feeling for sure.
I saw the interview with you right after you won the game, and you talked a lot about the team that it was a very there was no selfishness in this team. Could you describe how you as a team can create that kind of atmosphere, which if I understand you correctly, was really important for you to get that long? How do you describe that feeling of just unity as a team?
It's great. It's definitely really unique. It's definitely really rare. Like, not a lot of basketball teams have that. Just everybody just playing for each other, no egos at all on the team. And I think it stemmed from our coach. He praised it every day in practice. Every time we were in the locker room, every time we brought the team in, he just praised that we just have to give into each other and just have no ego.
And that starts, I guess, in every day in practice. And the way we talked a little bit about before, and it's got to be tough to set the bar. You got to set the bar really high for next year as well, I guess. What's the top goals for you and the team this coming year?
Yeah, this coming year we definitely have high goals. We now know it's possible for us to win a national championship, so that's going to be Michigan's goal every year, to win a national championship and just to win our conference again, and just to keep the success that we had last season.
A lot of people, we don't, unfortunately, we can't watch the NCAA that easily from Sweden, so we can't follow you that closely. We can, but it's a little bit harder. How would you describe yourself as a player?
I describe myself as really selfless. A pass first point guard. I feel like I can score when needed, but I feel like I naturally like to pass the ball, get my teammates involved. I feel like I'm very fast, and yeah, that's how I describe myself.
What is it with the point guard position that makes it so fun to play? Because, the size I am, they never let me play point guard, so I don't really know. But what's the best part about playing the position of point guard?
Just having leadership. You're naturally supposed to be a leader. Everybody expects you to be the leader of the team, so just allowing to direct people. You're allowed to direct people, and you're allowed to bring the ball up, orchestrate the offense. My coach really trusted me a lot, so I could pretty much call any play out that I wanted on offense or defense. So being a point guard gives you a lot of control, and so that's what's fun about it.
You learn a lot about the game of basketball from playing that position.
Yeah, for sure.
Before I was getting ready to do this interview with you, I was thinking a lot about routines. I've been around professional athletes a lot, and everybody has their separate type of routines, and there's a lot of things that you have to, you have to sleep right, you have to practice right, you have to, all of this. When you were a kid, we have a lot of kids here who's going to, go to your camp soon. What routines did you develop early that you think were important for you to develop as a basketball player?
My routines were definitely like, I did a lot when I was a kid, when I was their age. When I was in middle school, my routine was to work out 4 or 5 times every day.
Wow.
6 times a week. So, just trying to build my skill set as I got older. My best friends did it too. It was really hard to do, but that's just something, that was the routine that I had to just build my skill set up to be one of the top players in the country.
And that you are now. You also won a crazy individual prize during the whole playoff run. How do you, if you look at what you did for Michigan, of course, your school with all the history, and if you look at the praises you got yourself, can you weigh those together, or is it just like, I don't care about the individual one, or how do you see that?
Yeah, the individual award was nice, but I wouldn't have got it if we didn't win. So I give all the credit to my team, and I definitely weighed the national championship more than my award because it's a lot more of a big thing in my opinion. And the award was great, but the award was great, but like it was just a team thing. It was a team effort all around for
Yeah,
sure.
I get that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hopefully be lucky enough to see you play on Swedish soil pretty soon. We have a few players right now who are playing at a crazy level for being Swedish basketball. I'm talking about you, Pelle, and Bobby, of course.
Yeah.
How much do you follow their, what they do out there in the basketball world, and do you talk to each other? And is there a relationship between you three guys?
Yeah, for sure. There's a relationship between us three for sure. I'm definitely closer to Bobby than I am Pele. So I keep up with Bobby a lot during his season. He keeps up with me a lot, and we talk all the time. Pele, I kind of just met him like a year or two ago. So, but me and Bobby, we've been friends, really close friends for a long time.
So if we try to put yourself in the position you're going to play here for Sweden with a yellow jersey on in front of passionate people, hopefully a sellout crowd, how do you think that's going to feel for you? That emotion going into that type of game?
Yeah, it's gonna feel great. I mean, like it's a really important game. We have to win these two games coming up, so it's gonna feel really fun just to play in front of my family. I played on the national team once before,
Yeah.
so it won't be like a new feeling for me, but it'll definitely be a crazy feeling to be here in another country, my mom's country, and just put on for them.
How do you like it? You came last night, yeah, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what are you most looking forward with the camp that you're going to have here at Fryshuset? What are you looking forward to?
Just meeting the kids, just bonding with the kids, talking to them, and trying to teach them as much as possible. I don't get too much time with them, but hopefully just teach them what I can, and then just inspire them to be in the gym more than they are right now.
Inspire them to get more into the gym than they are right now. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to stop the little talk between me and Bobby. I have some more questions. I could speak to you for a long time, but I'm not the main character here. There's a lot of other people. So please feel free, guys, if you have a question. My guy, blue shorts, start.
So,
High school and middle school, did you care about ranking?
no, I didn't. Especially middle school rankings have nothing to do with anything. Like the top players that were in middle school, you don't know where they are now. The top players in high school, some of them are in the NBA, some of them are playing high major basketball, but the only thing that rankings like matter for is just NIL opportunities. Outside of NIL, when you're on the court, rankings don't have anything to do with anything.
All right, good question. Somebody else?
Hi. I wanted to ask you about the NBA draft and withdrawing from it. Can you tell me a bit about that decision?
Yeah, so I worked out with a couple NBA teams while I was in the draft, and just for feedback, criticism, for what they wanted to see from me, what I need to improve on, and just get like my trajectory of where I would go in the draft if I stayed in it. And I just thought it was a better decision for me to come back to college for one more year and just develop my game and enter the draft next year.
Does it feel like a risk? I mean, you come from being the MVP. It has to be hard to have like a better chance.
Yeah. I don't think it's a risk. I think that um I had a really good tournament. I felt like I played really good in the tournament, but throughout the whole season, I felt like me coming in this year, I feel like I'll have a bigger role. I'll play a lot better, and that would just heighten my chances of being a better pick in the draft.
And lastly, I just wanted to ask you, like, apart from playing for the Swedish national team, how much or what's your relationship to Sweden in general? How much do you feel for the country, so to say, and like the culture?
Yeah, Sweden is definitely my second home. I was born and raised in America, but I went to Sweden every year growing up, and I have all my family's out here. I don't have no family in America, so Sweden is definitely my second home, and I love coming here to just visit my family. And once basketball started getting involved, it just gave me another reason to come out here and just come back to my roots.
Thank you. Let's go. Guy in the back.
What's the biggest like difference from like middle school, high school, and college, as in like intensity? Like, what's the biggest?
I feel like every level, I just think that athleticism goes up. Everybody gets stronger, taller. Everybody jumps higher. So, a lot of kids depend on their athleticism in middle school. It might not translate to high school or college. So that's the main thing. Just the speed of everything. Everything gets faster. Everybody gets stronger. Everybody gets taller. And a guy like me, that's not that tall, not that fast. I got to depend on my skill set rather than my athleticism, and it just everything just gets better as you get up, you get higher, different level for sure.
What are some mistakes you see like young guards making often, and what are like 3 things that like a small guard needs to like get up and and play in a higher level?
Yeah. So the 3 things, for a small guard for sure. Number one is defense. In college and the NBA, a lot of basketball shifting towards like finding matchups. So if somebody thinks you're a mismatch, especially me, I'm 6 foot, 6'1". A lot of people will think I'm a mismatch. They'll try to hunt me out, but I'm a good defender, so people don't really do it as much. But defense is definitely the main thing. The second thing is definitely shooting. Like, you got to be a good shooter if you're a short point guard. And the third thing is just like not turning the ball over, taking care of the ball. If you're running the offense, you definitely have to be good with turnovers, and that's some stuff like I'm learning still too. Yeah.
And what's the mindset when you're having a bad day but you still have to lead the team?
The mindset is always just get on to the next play. Like, you miss a shot, you turn the ball over, it's always get to the next play. Like, every game is not going to be good, but at the end of the day, just winning puts you in a better position for everything. Like, a lot of the players on my team wouldn't be drafted as high right now if it wasn't for us winning a national championship. So, and a lot of players, we got 3 players that are gonna get picked in the lottery, and a lot of them had bad game. Like, all 3 of them had bad games some games. So just getting on to the next game, getting on to the next play is my main mindset.
Good question. Thank you very much. Please.
Is there anything you do during the off season to make sure that you improve as much as possible during that time?
Yeah, for sure. Just working out every day, getting my body right. Just trying to be the main thing I focus on this off season is just being in the best shape of my life. So running a lot, doing conditioning, and just constantly being in the gym every day, in the weight room every day too.
Did your height affect you when you were younger?
What'd you say?
Did your height affect you when you were younger?
Did I what?
Your
Did
height.
your height affect you when you were younger?
Affect me? I mean, yeah, for sure. When you're playing basketball, if you're short, your height is always going to affect you, but can't use that as an excuse for anything. Like, you see Jalen Brunson, he's 6'1". He's about to be the Finals MVP. So,
He's a decent player, isn't he?
yeah. So, height is definitely going to affect you, especially playing basketball. But it's just not an excuse that you could use if you want to play on the highest level. Just got to work. You got to work harder than everybody else. That's 6'7", 6'8". So.
Growing up, like, what was your motivation?
My motivation, I say just like the people around me, like my brother, he introduced me to working hard. Like, I would see him wake up at 5 a.m. He was a tennis player, but he would work out at 5. He would wake up at 5 a.m., run, work out 3 times a day. And that was definitely my inspiration. And then growing up, like my best friends, like Taha Pettiford, he was my inspiration too, because he would try to get in the gym more than me. I would try to get in the gym more than him. It would kind of be like a competition.
Yeah, like, particularly, what do you like do in the gym or like in the court?
Like right now, when I'm,
Nah, but when you was growing up.
what did I do?
Yeah.
Just like everything, like, cause when you're at y'all age, you gotta grow your skill set. Right now, when I work out, it's kind of just like to sharpen my skills. When I was y'all age, I was trying to build my skills up. So just doing a lot of ball handling drills, a lot of finishing drills, shooting, just pretty much everything. Yeah, everything.
Thank you.
You know any drill? Cause like I play football too. So like, do you know any drills like specifically that can make me more aggressive, like on the field and on the court? Like,
I don't know any particular drills. I mean, you're gonna be in the camp. We're gonna show you a lot of drills to get better. But aside from that, being more aggressive, I think that's just a mindset. I don't think that's like drills. Like when you're playing 1-on-1 with your friends, just try to be as aggressive as possible. When you're on the football field, just it's kind of just a mindset. It's not really like any drills that you do for it.
If you were to be like 14 years old and 5'9", which college or NBA guards would you study?
That's a good question. Definitely Jalen Brunson is one. I think Kyrie is a great player to study because he's like very crafty, very shifty, very skilled. I'd say I say a player like Luca is really tall, but he has a really good pace to him, and he has really good footwork. So I think those three guys are really good players to look at.
And as a guard, when do you know like when to pass, like keep the ball moving, and when to take the shot and attack?
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely that's really something that you gain from experience. That's the main thing, like just knowing the flow of the game and just knowing. And I think having communication with your coach. I think having a good relationship with your coach and him telling you when he expects you to score, when he expects you to pass is a great thing. And um, I'd say for your mindset as a player, I feel like in the beginning of the game, I think you should think score all the time. I think it'll open up the pass because if you're playing, if people are playing the pass, it limits your game. But if people are playing you to score, they're gonna have to step up, and then that opens up the pass for you. So
And lastly, if you were to be like 14, 15, like as a teenager, what's like one advice that you wish you got when you were younger?
I don't know if there's any advice that I wish I had because I had so many people, good people in my circle that gave me the best advice all the time. But for me to give you advice, I would just say just be in the gym every day. Um,
You talked about your big brother's work ethic. Is that a
yeah,
part of it? You know,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Like he just introduced me to that stuff, that type of stuff, and I just ran with it. My friends were doing it too, so we ran with it. But the advice I would give you is really just to stay in the gym every day because um, you might be in the gym more than your friends out here, but I guarantee you there's people your age in America that are in the gym more than you. There's people everywhere around the world that are more than you. So if you feel like if you feel like you're not the best player or not the most skilled or the tallest, you just got to put in the work every single day. And as I said, when I was your age, I was working out 4 or 5 times every day. So yeah.
Can you describe your daily routine?
Yeah, my daily routine is definitely different now that I'm older and that I'm in college. During the season, we have practice pretty much every day. We lift weights pretty much every day. So you said what?
what time do you wake up?
I probably wake up at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. We don't do stuff that early. Um, just wake up, go to class. I like to work out before practice, so I work out before practice. Then I practice, then I work out again, and then we go to the weight room. So that's my daily routine.
So there's basically it's four on a day on if you asked about the routine. So it's before the practice,
Yeah,
it's the actual practice, then you practice after practice, and then you go to the gym.
and then the weight room at the end.
All right.
So yeah,
How many hours?
probably like at least 3 hours, at least three.
At least 3 hours.
Yeah.
All right, so we have time for one more question. Our guy in the front, and then we're gonna let Elliot go. Okay, one. If you have a short one as well, you behind. All right, let's go two. Fast ones.
Is there a lot of competitiveness in the Michigan practices?
For sure. Yeah, it's very, very competitive every day. And we had so many good players that like when we split up our starters versus the bench would win a lot of the time. So it was really competitive. We had so many good players and we was going at each other every day. Like we wouldn't get in fights with each other, but we would get in like verbal fights, like saying, yeah, trash talking, just getting in arguments a lot of the time. And it helped us. It built our chemistry and it just allowed us to be dogs against other teams too.
Did you have a workout that you used or like that gave you an advantage? Like, what workout do you like do usually?
As I said, like we're gonna show you a lot of good workouts, and this will give you advantage of a lot of players in Sweden because these are the drills we do back home in America. So definitely just take notes on what we do on the court. And my advice to you would just play a lot of one-on-one, like play one-on-one after practice with your friends. I feel like that's the best drill you could do because it's not scripted. It's something that you learn from, and like once you're done with a workout, the whole point of the workout is to be a better player on the court. So if you play like one-on-one with your friends, it'll be really good for you. And if you take it serious, if you take the one-on-one serious and you're not just goofing around with your friend.
About the qualifiers coming up, what are your feelings about them, and like, what do you say about the national team in general? You have a lot of good players now. It's not that common that Sweden has such a strong team.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very excited for the games coming up. I feel like it'll be really fun, really competitive, and I think this is probably the best team that Sweden has had. So it'll be the best players that Sweden has had on one team together. I can't say we're the best team because we haven't played yet, but I feel like it's the best group of talent that we've had, and I feel like it'll be really fun to play, and feel like it'll be really fun to watch too.
And just listening to all the questions from these young aspiring players, what does it feel like to be such a big inspiration as you apparently are?
It feels great. I feel like I was just one of the kids looking up to somebody else. So to be in these shoes is just great, and I just want to give them as much information as possible. You know, they could come up to me, ask me any type of questions during the whole camp whenever they see me. So I just want to help them learn.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Elliot. Let's give him a warm hand of applause. Thanks, my guy. Well done.
Thank you.